Hi, we are from 1 Lower and we are Shaun,
Jarrett Tay,
and Hozea Tong.
Today we are going to talk about the particulate nature of matter.
Now, we are going to describe to you about the 3 states of matter particles. My friend Shaun will be speaking to you more about solid particles. Solid particles are held together by very strong forces of attraction. It is unable to move about freely. It also vibrates at a fixed position. The solid particles are packed very closely together and has a fixed and regular pattern. Now, moving on to the physical properties of solid. The physical properties of solid are: solids have a definite shape and volume. It occupies the smallest volume among solid, liquid and gas, has a higher density than liquid and gas, and cannot be compressed as it is packed very closely together and has a fixed and regular pattern. Thus, it does not have any more air spaces for it to be compressed. Now, I'll be handing over the time to Hozea, which will be speaking to you more about liquid particles.
About the liquid particles, they are held together by strong forces of attraction. They also are able to slide past one another. Moving on to the arrangement, they are packed closely together and they have no fixed regular pattern. Moving on to the physical properties, they have no definite shape, they have a fixed volume and occupy more volume than the solids. They also have a lower density than solids and they cannot be compressed as they are packed very closely together. Last but not least, I am moving on to gas. So Jarrett will be speaking to you more about gas.
Okay, the gas particles move by. It is held together by weak forces of attraction and is able to move about freely over long distances. Now, moving on to particles arrangement of 4 gases. Particles of gases are far apart from one another and they have no fixed or regular pattern. Moving on to my physical properties. It has no definite shape or volume and it occupies the largest volume. Has the lowest density and can be compressed because there are a lot of spaces in the particles and it can move about freely too. Okay, now I'll be explaining to you the examples of the 3 states. So for example, for gaseous, it's like, you know the air around us? This is called gaseous. The particles are not closely packed together. Okay, now moving on to liquid. I'll show you an example of liquid. Come with me. So this is an example of liquid. You see here? This is liquid. And let me show you something. This is the bubble formation of liquid. So as you can see, I can maybe like that. This is called liquid. And this is solid. If you can come closer, this is called solid, okay? This is ice, okay? This is ice. So for example, you can put here, and after a while, it will become water. Now, it will become water. Look up. Now, my friends, Shaun and Hozea Tong will be talking to you more about the processes of these states.
Hi guys, I'm back with Hozea. Now we'll be talking to you more about the changes of state from one state to another. But before we start that, let us show you how does the particles of solid, liquid and gases really look like without any animation. With plasticines, we have managed to try to form the different particles of solid, liquid and gas. For solid, as you come closer, you will see the solid. It is closely packed together with little air spaces only. And examples of a solid is, as you can see, is this cubes of ice. Moving on is liquid. As you can see, the liquid has much more air spaces as the solid particles. Even though it does not have a fixed pattern and volume, it is still able to slide past each other. For example, now moving on to gas. Gas particles have more air spaces in between them because they have weak forces of attraction and they are able to move around freely. Now I am done showing you how the particles of solid, liquid and gas looks like. Now I'll be handing over the time to Hozea, which will be telling you about the processes of the changes of states.
The process of solid to liquid, as stated here, is called melting. The process of liquid to gaseous is called boiling. The process of gaseous to liquid is called condensation. The process of liquid to solid is called freezing. Now, my friend Shaun is going to talk to you about the two bonus features of the change in state.
Following up to what Hozea said, now I'll tell you the two bonus features or special features which involves the solid state immediately changing to the gaseous state. The process of a solid state immediately changing to the gaseous state is called sublimation. And from the gaseous state immediately change into the solid state, it's called deposition. Now, me and Hozea has finished talking about the particulate nature of matter. I'm sorry, I left out Jarrett, who is the cameraman. That's all for today, and we thank you for being a good listening ear. Bye!
Hi, my name is Amos. I'm from 101. I'm the fourth member of the group. And today I'm going to explain to you about the processes that involve solid, liquid and gas. The first process that I'm going to talk about is melting. Melting happens when a solid changes to liquid. When the solid particles gains energy and vibrate more vigorously, thus becoming a liquid. Then we have freezing. When the liquid is cooled, the particles lose energy, and then they'll move less. They'll slow down their movement, and it'll change to a solid state. Then we have boiling. Boiling is when the liquid state changes to the gaseous state. The liquid particles gain more energy and overcoming the forces of attraction, then they drift apart, then the water becomes gas. Then we have condensation. Condensation is when a gaseous state changes to a liquid state. The gas moves less slowly, and then they become less further apart, thus becoming a solid. Thank you, bye. Okay, I finished my talk, and now bye.